You've driven all the different types of stuff. So talk a little bit to the person in the grandstands who may be a turbo car versus a roots car, or a turbo car versus a screw car. Driver sensation off the starting line. What's the big difference?
And here in particular, I think the turbo cars have a definitive advantage. When I fully stage, I am ready to go, just waiting on the other three to get in. Here, if you're the first to stage and you grab the trans brake button, you're constantly watching to make sure everyone is fully staged before you go to the wood. And I think you'll see some of these younger rookie-style drivers struggle, especially in eliminations when the pressure's high.
So 3 supercharged engines, and here comes a big nitrous motor, Rickie Smith. There are some local heroes in this quad. Obviously, Rickie Smith out of King, North Carolina, one of the greatest, if not the single greatest, door slammer drag racer of all time, 11-time world champion across all different forms and fashions of drag racing. You can love him, you can hate him, but you can't dispute the competition record. And Paul Daigrepont from just down the road in Statesville, North Carolina. This is a guy who's been at it for a couple of decades as well. Mike Thielen from Olympia, Washington in lane number 2, the helicopter pilot instructor. And Manny Buginga of Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and the Roots Blown car, as mentioned, in lane number 3.
Yep. Paul is one of those that hasn't ran very consistent, but is very capable of making a good run when it matters. He's one that could come from the bottom to the top in one session and shake things up come Sunday race day.
The only car that's qualified in this group right now is Daigrepont, and he's only in with a 6 flat, which, let's be honest, over 2 sessions is not going to survive the rest of the day. Thielen's gone a best of 7:41, Buginga's gone 6:15, and Rickie Smith has run a best 8:96.7 at just 97 miles an hour. So a bunch of figuring out left to do for all these guys.
Most, if not all, of these cars tested earlier this week, at Virginia Motorsports Park. I know Mike Thielen ran well. Todd's car ran well. We all know what Rickie is capable of. So I suspect all, if not all of these, most of them will be qualified following this run right here.
You see Smith purging a little nitrous there in the 4th lane, and pay attention to the size of the cloud. That is really kind of a physical indication of how much humidity is out there. When somebody purges nitrous out of a car and you get that big plume, what you're actually seeing is the moisture of the air freeze as the nitrous is released into the atmosphere. So the bigger the plume, the more humid it is, and you can tell right now there is plenty of water in the air. Looking pretty solid, especially in lanes 3 and 4. Finish line stripe, we go all the way down there. How about a 5.66.9 for Smith? That is sporty. Thielen goes a 5.96, Buginga 5.78, and Paul Daigrepont a 5.90. You called your shot there with Rickie.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this weather plays right into Rickie's favor. I'm sure when he woke up this morning and saw the prediction for around noon today, his fingers got happy on the keyboard. But a great run. He does just exactly what we all knew he could do, straight to the top of the sheet. And I'm not so sure you'll see anybody run much faster than that in this session. This really played into the nitrous favor, and Rickie showed it right there.
Yeah, that was a vicious run. We go back and look at the 60-foot time at 9:60, 3:74 to the 8th mile at just under 203, and 2:52.47 through the quarter-mile traps in a nitrous car. That is big speed of the meet so far, as well as low ET.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, and if I had the turbo car here and we made a decent lick in these conditions, we'd probably run 256, 257, but that is large speed for a nitrous car. A great run by Rickie.
For Manny Buginga, he goes through at 5.78.1, 232. So we get a look at our qualifying order here. All these guys did something nice. Buginga goes to the number 5 spot. Daigrepont got off the schneid. He goes to 13, and Thielen finds his way to the bump right now at 5.96.6.